G'day all, and we're back! Hey! Welcome to Dad versus Son. And we're going on with scenario 12, which I'm calling scenario 2, just for this. Overrun. And we got tanks this time. So, scenario 12, Overrun, from Combat 2 from Compass Games. Again, December 44, Belgium, the woods. Same map. This was supposed to be a quiet sector. So, yeah. So this is the start of the Battle of the Bulge. So we have enemy forces. We have blues, reds, yellows, and whites. And we have 1 through 18 and 5 dummies for each of them. So there's that. And we have 2 Panzer IVs with their crews, which I've set out. We draw enemy characters and place them face down. And there they are. With one more down the bottom there. So that's all done. And we've placed the tanks, one here and one here, as directed. And these are the tankies over here. This is A, this is B. And all their hatches are closed except for the commanders in both tanks. I drew the crew randomly. Both tanks start with a HE round up the tube. So I've put it there to say that it's loaded, ready to go. And I've got my load HE markers ready to go as well. So orders-wise, the tank crews, the loader and the gunner both start with no order. The driver of both has a crawl order. A is going 6-5, B is going 5-6. Both the co-drivers have aimed machine guns at the moment. And both commanders have a spot order. And I've just put their targeting things beside them, so that's all well and good as well. We had at least one of each colour turn out. So we've got, 1, 2, 3, 4 blues, 2 yellows, 2 reds, and 2 whites, which is good. I've got the tanky damage markers there, and I've got the tanky orders up here. Right, next thing. We have 3 Able, 3 Baker, 6 Charlie. And like I said, I brought the same teams along except for Able Man that was killed. And we ended up with Private Crow, who was tough and not too bloody bad. Up there like that. We also have a bazooka, which I've given to Baker team down here. And we have a 30 cal machine gun, which I've given to Charlie team, which is here. So it can sort of zip, zip, zip like that. So I've got 3 Ables up here. I've got 3 Bakers here. And then Charlie is spread out through here. I could only have a maximum of 2 characters set up in each column between 16 and 24. So that's where I had to set up in. Okay, we're using the defending events table. The enemy are alerted. They are all bold as well. So I've put bold on all these guys. I haven't put a bold on the tankies. So I'm just going to put it in the middle there so we can see that they're all bold. Well, are they? Enemy fault? Yeah. Well, they're enemy, aren't they? I don't think they're going to be friendly with us. We are normal, which is different for us. The enemy are also prepared, and we have a starting hand size of 2. So I got these 2 cards here, And what I did is I used this card first. So go straight from full ammo to no ammo this time. But that's fine because we're not going to be doing any shooting. We're not allowed to give any orders at the moment. So that's that. The friendly board edge, again, is to the west. The enemy board edge to the east. And there are no neutral board edges. So again, if anybody goes off the north or south, they're just deserters. So I've told you about that. Any of my people that set up in the open could have a foxhole. Now, the only one I had a question about is this guy here. So he's in a depression. So I suppose it's not open because it's a depression, but yeah, it's still open ground in the depression, but I didn't give him a foxhole. So that's that. We rolled to determine the wind direction, and our directions are 1 is north, the same as last time, 4 to the south, and wind is from the north to the south, so blowing straight down towards us. Game turn is 12 turns, and we had a 6 105 blasts from the enemy before things started. So they ended up here, and this one formed a crater. And over here, this one formed a crater, no crater for that one. We have a crater over in the grass here as well. None of those caused fires either, but here we have a crater and we have a fire. So this one will get 2 smoke markers effectively. Snow rules are in effect. So there's no sprint orders allowed during this game, and anybody who is to be assigned a sprint order enemy-wise will get an evade with the same direction. All characters are considered to be wearing winter camouflage. So with the snow, to give myself a little reminder down here, we have -1 to spotting and to hitting. Okay. And enemy vehicles that enter a road hex automatically then start to just follow the road and run away, which is the way they're going. I'm not playing any of the options in this game. Right. And if we come over here and have a look at the initiative, we have red, white, Charlie, Abel, Panzer B, Panzer A, yellow, blue, Baker. We have 12 turns. On turn 3 and turn 5, we roll for reinforcements, and they can get anywhere from 3 to 5 enemy turning up in the same sort of area over to the east. So that's why I've put those markers on there. So we're about to begin. I have not played with the vehicles before, so it will be a learning experience for me. I've watched a couple of videos, so yeah. So like I said, first turn, I'm not allowed to give any orders to my people, and where does it say? Where does it say? So the friendly characters are surprised and may not place any orders on turn 1. They may not be given any movement orders on turn 2, so no sneak, run and gun, evade, or anything like that. The player must still play a card to the initiative track and is still able to spot. A friendly character may not use voluntary duck back on turn 1, but may starting on turn 2. So yeah, it's turn one's probably going to be fairly short then. So let's just come over here and we are good to go. So impulse one, we have red first. So this guy is evade 6-5 and simply comes up here. And this guy is evade 6 and comes up here. We then go on to white. We have an evade 6 and we have an evade 5 like that. That's all the reds and the white's done, and we go into Charlie. And of course Charlie is all down here, and they can't spot anything at the moment. Okay, so there's nothing to see, nothing to do, and that's that. We go on to Abel. Abel's all the way up top there, as you can see, and they can't see anything or do anything either. And that's why I put them all back as far as I could, to the simple reason is I want to have a chance to do something with them before they get overrun. Okay, we have Panzer B, which is this one down here, and it is going 5-6, crawling. So it gets its free turn and then moves down here like that. And then we have Panzer A, of course, which is going the opposite direction and going 6-5, so he gets his free rotation and moves up like that. We then go on to yellow, and they're both down the bottom here. We have an evade 5-6 right down the bottom, and then we have a sneak, so he's not going anywhere. Then blue, evade 6, evade 6-5, evade 6-5 and a sneak, so he's not doing anything either. And then we go on to Baker, and again Baker is all the way back there and can't see anything. And the reason I put the bazooka all the way back here is because it starts unloaded and everything else. But with two people I can load it and fire it in one turn. I've put it here so it can try and get anybody along this sort of section of road that it can see, or at least out into this area. But we'll see what happens. Okay, so that is the end of the first impulse. We go on to the second. Again, we come back over here. As you can see at the moment, because it's fairly quiet, I'm not worrying about using my beads or anything like that. So we have red first, and we have an evade 6, and we have an evade 5. That's the reds done. We go on to whites. They're both up here. We have an evade 5, and we have an evade 6. And then we're on to the Americans, and we have Charlie first. Again, they can't see anybody. They can't do anything. Followed by Abel. Again, they can't see anything, can't do anything. Panzer B is now rotating and going in direction... Oops. Did I do them right to start with? Yes. Direction 6 this time. And Panzer A is going in direction 5 this time. Like that. We then have yellow, evade 6 this time, and we have a sneak 5, so he'll come down here, like that. Then we have the blues with an evade 6, an evade 6-5, so he'll come down on here. Evade 6-5, so he's going to come down here, and a sneak 5 into there. And then we have Baker. Again, all the way back here, can't see anything, can't do anything. So that is that. On to impulse 3. Yay! And again we have the reds. So we have an evade 6 this time, up to here. And an evade 6 up to here. Followed by white. This guy is an evade 6 and an evade 5. This bloke's good. He's making use of all the smoke here. Then again, we have Charlie. Again, can't see anything out there whatsoever. We have Abel, can't see anything. Panzer B is now going to move in direction 5. So he comes down this way. Panzer A moves in direction 6. So they're splitting the diff. Then yellows, we have an evade 5, 6. So he's going to go in direction 5. And we have a sneak who does nothing. Followed by blue, evade 6, evade 6, 5. So he'll come on to here. Oops. Here, 6, not 5. Evade 6 and a sneak does nothing, which leaves Baker again with nothing to see, nothing to do, and we go on to impulse 4. Back to red. Evade 6. Evade 5 this time. White, evade 5 and evade 6 up to there. Charlie, can't see anybody. Abel, can't see anybody. Panzer B is now moving in direction 6 up into here, like that. Panzer A is moving in direction 5, like that. Yellow, we have a evade 5, 6, so he is going to go in direction 6. We have a sneak 5, so he moves down there. Blue, evade 6, up onto there. Evade 6, 5, so he comes down onto the tanky. Evade 6, 5, we come down here, and sneak 5 down to here, which leaves us with Baker, who still can't see anything. And that is the end of the first turn. So we have a look. There's no grenades. There's nobody with the medic skill that's doing anything. There's no plan orders. Add or remove smoke counters. Okay, so let's do that. Smoke, 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 smoke. Okay. So what we have is the 105s have 4 smoke, I believe. Smoke 4, yes. Okay. So we now have smoke here. We now have smoke here. We have smoke here. We have smoke here. We have smoke here. And one. I need another one. Okay. And this is the one with the fire. So he gets a full smoke for the artillery, And basically you get to 3 smoke. So I'm just going to make it a 2 smoke like that, a fading smoke on it. And they are cumulative, so he has those 2 on it like that. And then what else have we got? Do the fires move? No. Fire growth. Okay, at the end of each turn after the one in which the fire marker was placed, roll a die 10. Okay, so let's roll a die 10. We actually get to roll something this time. Yay! Now we're in long grass. So a 4 or less. If the number is equal or less than the fire growth value of the terrain, then flip the fire marker to raging fire side and flip all fading smoke markers that have been generated to their smoke sides. Okay, here we go. 4 or less. We have a 5. The number is equal or less. So no. All terrain with 9 is rolled. No. No. So fire did not grow, but it may spread if there's burnable terrain in an adjacent hex downwind. No, there's not, because that's a depression. It's open terrain, so there's nothing for it to burn. So it's not going to spread at all, but it just could become a raging fire, which will put out more smoke. So instead of having a fading smoke marker on there for that, it would go up to a smoky smoke marker. So that is that. End of turn 1, nice and short, and that's that. So I will call it quits there. I'm not going to go on to turn 2 because I've got to set out orders and everything else, and it'll take a bit longer. So we will call it quits there. I'll put this one up and then we can go on from there. So nice short one for a change. Take care, be good, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.